Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is chapter 26 of Cute Little Love Letters, and this one is titled Handhold Attempt. Denki then showed you how to download a few other apps, as he called them, and sent you some memes too. You liked the memes, especially the cute animal ones, and you giggled at the funny cat videos on YouTube, but it was all so new and there was so much to take on that it was making your head swim a little bit. So, Denki asked, after showing you another cat video, so do you think you know what to do now? I'm really not sure, you said with a sheepish look on your face as you looked at him. That's okay. If you get stuck, just send me a message and I'll be right over to help, yeah? He offered kindly, giving you a giant grin. That's very kind of you, thank you, Denki, you said gratefully. I like the cat videos, they're really cute, especially the one of the lady that had all the little kittens climbing up her pants. You giggled a little. They were gorgeous. Not as gorgeous as you though, Denki said with a wink as he twisted side on to face you and rested one arm along the backboard of the lounge. You said softly. Hey, I'm sorry if I'm coming on too strong. I just want you to know that I really like you a lot, Denki said, suddenly feeling a little unease from your end. No, it's not that, you replied shyly. I really like you too, but I just don't know how to reply when you say things like that. I like that you like me though, you added softly. If I'm making you feel too awkward, please tell me, Denki said with a soft look in his eye. The last thing I ever want to do is make you feel uncomfortable. It's okay, he said with a smile, trying to mirror his body and twist to face him as well. I know it's getting a little bit late, Denki said as he slowly slid his left hand along his left leg a little and started to move in towards you. So I should probably let you go to sleep, yeah? Yeah, I guess, you said regretfully. Denki kept moving his hand a little closer and a little closer to the edge of his knee, wanting to reach across and touch your hand that was resting on your own knee, but the conversation paused then and he couldn't quite make that jump. Okay, you said as you made a move to get up. I'll walk you, he blurted out suddenly, jumping up at the same time that you went to stand up, and he crashed into you, knocking you off balance and back onto the couch as he fell onto you. Oh, you gasped with surprise, quickly placing your hands up on his chest as he fell onto you. You were both surprised by what happened and stared into each other's eyes for a second before Denki apologised profusely and got off you, quickly offering his hand to get you up. I'm sorry, I got a bit overexcited, he admitted sheepishly as he used his hand to pull you up off the lounge. You gave your hand to him and he gently helped you up, and then you took your hand back, much to Denki's dismay. He really wanted to hold your hand. It was so soft and small in his. Okay. Well, let's go, he said, walking with you to the door and out down the hall. You chatted lightly as you walked, your hands swaying in unison side by side with each other as you made your way back to the elevator and upstairs to your level. Denki was keenly aware of how close he was to you, and a few times he tried to brush the back of your hand with his, but didn't quite manage to make the connection. You didn't notice, though. You were still thinking back to the incident on the lounge and his weight on top of you and the feelings that it had made you feel. He wasn't too heavy, but he had some weight to him, you thought, as you swung your arm by your side. You were almost back to your room now, and Denki was running out of time to hold your hand. In desperation, he went to grab for it, but you used that hand to reach your door handle, and he had to quickly raise his hand up and run it through his hair to make it look like it hadn't been a failed hand-holding attempt. Thank you for your help tonight, you said kindly to him. I'm still not super confident with using my phone, but I know that I'll get there, and I know you're happy to help me if I need it. Happy to help is an understatement, he said emphatically, letting his hand fall to his side again. You call, and I'll be there. He gave you a wink and the finger guns, and you cracked a smile at his antics. Okay, night, you said softly, then pushed your door open and entered and said another small goodbye as you closed your door behind you. Denki sighed lightly and then pushed his hands into his pockets and headed off back to his room. I really wanted to hold her hand, but maybe it's too soon, he thought as he wandered back down the hall. The next morning you walked to school with Kendo. Denki had messaged you that morning to ask if you wanted to walk together, but you had already left with Kendo, so you asked him if you wanted to have lunch together instead. He was elated that you had been the one to ask this time. He was happy that it didn't feel so one-sided. With him agreeing immediately, you put your phone away so that you could talk to Kendo about the happenings. He's easy to get along with and very knowledgeable with the phone, you said as you walked beside her. That's handy, I guess, she replied. He hasn't made you uncomfortable, has he? Like tried to kiss you or anything? You nearly jumped out of your skin. Kiss! You gasped with mortified surprise. No, not at all. You were so shocked you couldn't get a proper sentence out, and Kendo chuckled at your reaction. If he does ever try and you don't want him to, just punch him in the face, she said sternly. Punch him? I could never punch him, you said with horror. Okay, I'll punch him for you, she said with a firm head nod as you approached your locker. Please don't, you said with a pleading face. He would never try and do that. You can never be too sure, she said with a knowing nod. Boys can be like that sometimes. The conversation fizzled out then, and you got your books for the first class and then walked with her there. In first class, your teacher gave you a little free time to go and research for some things in the library to help with your quirk ancestry assignment, and you and Kendo walked over together to see if you could find some books on your background. What would you be looking for? Kendo asked in a soft voice as you entered the library. Fairy books? Yes, I think so, you replied. I honestly don't know a lot about my own ancestry. Okay, cool. I'm going to see if I can find anything much on morphing body part quirks. See if I can find something on the founding fathers or something, I don't know, she said softly. You nodded and both headed into the shelving section, noting that there were students from other classes there too, and one of the girls walked over to Kendo to say hello. Oh, hey Momo, Kendo greeted the bright ponytailed ravenette. Are you guys doing an assignment too? Yes, the girl named Momo said with a smile. We're researching the founding fathers of our quirks. Oh, that's similar to us, Kendo said, looking at you. We have to follow our quirk ancestry back and learn more about it. Oh, Momo said with another smile as she looked at you. Hello, I'm sorry, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Momo Yaoyorozu from class Hero 1A. Oh, you said with excitement, recognizing the hero class that Denki was from. My name's Yin Lin. I'm a classmate of Kendo's, you added. Oh, Yin, Momo said excitedly. Our classmate Kaminari. Her voice trailed off a little and she hesitated. Yes, I know him well. We talk a lot and I've been spending lots of time with him, you said with a shy smile. Oh, thank goodness. I didn't want to say anything that might embarrass him if I said he thought you were a very lovely person and he liked you a lot, she said with a small scratch to the back of her head. Oh, you said, feeling her face heating up at the comment. Yes, I like him too. Oop, words getting around through the classes. Chapter 27 coming tomorrow. I'll see you then.